What if your worst dreams actually serve a purpose? You wake up sweating, heart pounding. Maybe you were falling into darkness, being chased by something unseen, or watching someone you love disappear. It feels terrifying. But what if nightmares aren't random at all? What if your brain is trying to protect you? Tonight, we explore the science, psychology, and strange evolutionary mystery behind nightmares, and why humans may need them. A nightmare is more than a bad dream. It is an intensely disturbing dream that triggers fear, panic, sadness, or dread, often so vivid it wakes you up. Most nightmares happen during REM sleep, the phase where brain activity looks almost like being awake. During REM, your mind creates stories, your emotions intensify, and logic often disappears. That's why impossible things feel real. A monster in the hallway, teeth falling out, endless falling, being unable to scream. Your sleeping brain accepts all of it as reality. But why create terror at all? One theory says nightmares are survival training. Scientists call it threat simulation theory. The idea is simple. Dreams let your brain rehearse danger without real consequences. Running from predators, escaping attackers, facing social rejection. These may have helped our ancestors practice survival. In other words, nightmares may be ancient emergency drills. Your mind simulates threats, so waking life feels easier to handle. A terrifying chase in a dream could be your brain practicing how not to freeze under stress. Strange? Yes, but evolution often is. So why still have nightmares? Because the brain treats emotional threats almost like physical ones. Work pressure, trauma, anxiety, loss, relationship conflict, all can trigger nightmares. Sometimes your mind uses symbols. A flood may represent overwhelm. Being chased may symbolize avoided problems. Falling may reflect losing control. And recurring nightmares? Those often point to unresolved stress the brain keeps revisiting, almost like unfinished business. For some people, nightmares are more than symbolic. They replay real pain, especially after trauma. People with PTSD often experience vivid recurring nightmares. War, accidents, abuse, loss. These aren't ordinary bad dreams. They can feel like reliving the event. Researchers believe the brain may be struggling to process overwhelming memories, as if the mind keeps trying and failing to file the memory away, which is why trauma can invade sleep itself, and why nightmares can become a disorder. Stress is the biggest, but also sleep deprivation, certain medications, alcohol withdrawal, fever, trauma, even horror movies before bed. And surprisingly, eating late at night may increase vivid dreams by raising metabolism during sleep. Your brain is sensitive, and what you feed it emotionally and physically can shape what it creates in darkness. This may sound strange, but some psychologists believe nightmares help emotional processing. They may help us confront fear in symbolic form. Some even say they force us to pay attention to buried conflict, like warning signals. Not pleasant, but meaningful. And there's evidence people who remember dreams often score higher in emotional processing and creativity. Maybe nightmares aren't enemies. Maybe they are messengers. Disturbing ones, but messengers. So, why do we have nightmares? Maybe to rehearse danger. Maybe to process pain. Maybe to reveal what we avoid when awake. Or maybe the human mind still carries ancient survival systems, and nightmares are echoes of that past. But the next time you wake from a terrifying dream, ask yourself, was it random fear? Or was your brain trying to tell you something? Sleep well, and watch what waits in the dark. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the mysteries of the mind, subscribe for more dark science and psychological explorations. And tell me in the comments, what nightmare have you never forgotten?